What is up, you all? We're back with another GTA 6 video. Before we get into it, definitely smash the like button because it definitely helps, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. So we got some character details we want to talk about. We got some new gameplay details we want to talk about, and just get a little deep with GTA 6 details in general. So to get into this, starting off with the characters, man, with Jason, we find out a couple of details with him being that Jason wants an easy life, but things keep getting harder. Jason grew up around grifters and crooks. After a stint in the army trying to shake off his troubled teens, he found himself in the Keys doing what he knows best, working for local drug runners. It might be time for something new. So we found out that he actually was serving in the army in the past, and I think that's going to actually play a big part in who he is in this story, and his skill and his knowledge and what he can do for us in these missions and things like that. We know he speculated that he was going to be a crooked cop, but maybe the vibe we're getting is from him being in the army in the past. I'm not going to lie, I actually love Jason's character because he seems like this everyday guy from what we get in trailer 2. He's working on this beach house or whatever, and this guy Brian comes up to him, and later in the trailer we see him slap the shit out of somebody in a store and take some money out the register. So it's showing he's living a double life for sure. So I think he's gonna have a lot of depth to him, but what I want to know is how he ends up linking and being with Lucia. Finding a little bit more about Jason, we find out that meeting Lucia could be the best or worst thing that ever happened to him. Jason knows how he'd like it to turn out, but right now it's hard to tell. So we all speculate that Lucia seems like she's going to be wearing her pants in all these situations, and she's a little bit more hungrier than Jason. But we don't just find out about Jason, we also find out about the character Lucia. And with Lucia, we find out her father taught her to fight as soon as she could walk. Life has been coming at her swinging ever since. Fighting for her family landed her in the Leonida Penitentiary. Sheer luck got her out. Lucia's learned her lesson. Only smart moves from here. Also, more than anything, Lucia wants the good life her mom has dreamed of since their days in Liberty City. But instead of half-baked fantasies, Lucia is prepared to take matters into her own hands. So we find out that she's actually not from Leonida, she's from Liberty City, which you can kind of tell is different vibes with her and Jason, the way things are operating in these trailers. And we see her come from nothing in this prison to being just like this fashion model type chick wearing glasses and bikinis and things like that. So it's showing you that basically Lucia wants to live a lavish life, and she's actually a savage. Being that we see her fighting a guy like in a fight club or whatever, so that's how she's making her money. But not only that's how she's making her money, that's who she is, and that's how she ended up being basically convicted of her crime and being inserted into Leonida's state penitentiary. Now we see her and Jason link up. He gets her out, and I'm pretty sure she's going to be the one that's going to call the shot to get them to start getting money and hop on this Bonnie and Clyde type of mission. Now pushing forward, we hear about other characters fresh out of prison and ready to change the odds in favor. Lucia's committed to her plan no matter what it takes. A life with Jason could be her way out. So basically it's almost like, is she trying to, like, is that sound like she's using Jason? Like, is he just trying to, you know what I'm saying? Or is it one of those things where basically, like, you know, she's from Liberty City, she comes from nothing, and she just wants to get out. She wants to get some money, get on track, even if it's down to her dealing with drugs. She just needs Jason's help. But I'm not gonna lie, the chemistry we've seen in this trailer between her and Jason, actually, you know, loving each other, hugging each other, doing what they're doing, potentially Lucia being pregnant, this story can actually get crazy. Moving forward, we see a character named Cal Hampton. He's going to be a friend of Jason's, and also he's going to be working for the same company called Bryant's. We see him through the trailer a couple of times, even down to them being at the bar together. So I'm pretty sure he's going to play a big part. Also, we see some stuff about just other areas in Leonida being Vice City, and we got the nature part of Leonida. We got the dirty waters part. I cannot wait to see what, you know, we're going to be able to do in this game and how we're going to be able to operate and move through different areas. We found out about another character named Booby Ike. He's basically, you know, a businessman slash criminal that has his hands in this adult nightclub called Jack of Hearts. He's also dealing with like recording studios, and just he's trying to make his empire be legitimate. He doesn't want it to be like, you know, a dirty business, which I think his character is going to be very interesting in the story, seeming like he can have some relations with the Haitians actually, and maybe, you know, Lucia and Jason's going to have to run into him at a point. He looks like a very interesting character if you ask me, but it's saying that he just kind of wants to focus on music and him just being a businessman man. But we find out about, you know, another guy named Draquan Priest. He's a gangster slash rap artist. So we hear about these type of guys all the time in the streets, and I could kind of see where this is going. He's, you know, dealing with drugs and, you know, gang member stuff, but also he's in the studio rapping. So he's kind of tied to the streets, but he's also tied to the studio. And I'm pretty sure he's going to be a very unique character in the game. Seeing a couple of pictures and things with him. Now we hear about these characters called Real Dimes. They're known for like music and social media presence. So it's basically Bay Lux and Roxy, aka Real Dimes. They have been friends since high school, and they shake down local drug dealers into whole cold hard cash. And yeah, man, that's them. They look very interesting, like they're gonna play a big part. We even see one of them actually, I want to say is Bay Lux. She's doing like the bang bang emote in a trailer. So yeah, we're going to definitely see her. But these characters definitely look very interesting. They look interesting for sure. They're going to be big parts on the game. And, you know, got social media presence. They got fame. And yeah, man, I think this is going to be crazy. Moving forward, we find out that basically the footage that we see with the trailer too, that is captured actually on PS5. So that's actually gameplay footage and cutscene footage. Which scenes, I don't know, because they're all so crisp and sharp. But when I found that out, that was so crazy, and it makes me so happy, because if that's real gameplay footage captured on PS5 that we've seen, that's a huge leap from GTA 5. That's a huge leap from Red Dead Redemption. This game looks elite. The way the sun is cracking through the sky, the reflections off the cars, the way the cars are looking, man, they put so much details into the NPCs from what we've seen. We're seeing things move in the background without us having to operate it, like animals and grass and everything. I cannot wait to play this game. I think the delay is worth it. It has me hype. May 26th of 2026, and you know what's crazy? It's still so much to talk about. This is just me kind of diving deep into the characters and letting you guys know the trailer, actually, that was gameplay captured on a PlayStation 5, bro. And I love just seeing the story blossom and kind of peek a little bit at us through the trailer, showing us what we're going to be getting ourselves into. And it seems like a Bonnie and Clyde story. It seems like at a point they're going to get into it bad with the cops, even some crooked cops. We got to get out the situation. And something tells me we're going to have to choose who's going to live and die at the end between Lucia and Jason, and choose their fates. Overall, I'm down. I cannot wait. Rockstar knows what the hell they're doing with this game. Comment down below how you feel about that gameplay footage and these character details. Let me know in the comments. Unfortunately, this is the end of this video. I want y'all to hit me up on all my social medias at DesBStan, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Peace.